Welcome, welcome. I found a question that asks us to determine the equation of a graph, and the formula is given to us as y is equals to a times b to the power of x plus q. We need to determine what a is, what b is, and what q is. Now, we can see by the shape of the graph, and also by the fact that x is in the exponent position, that this is an exponential graph. And you need to know, as soon as you see an exponential graph, to watch out for an asymptote. Of course, there is only one asymptote in an exponential graph, and if it isn't indicated somewhere, then it automatically is at the point where y is equals to 0. Now that's very nice for us because we should know off by heart that q has the value of the asymptote. So therefore, q is equals to 0. So let's write out the formula now. Y is equals to a times by b to the power of x. We don't need to write plus 0 because anything plus 0 is still going to be the same. Okay, remember mathematics is all about being strategic. So if I'm going to be strategic about this problem, I'm going to substitute this coordinate in next. Let me show you why. So I write down subs, and I write down the coordinate 0 and 3. 0 is in the x position, so when I substitute it in there, what does b automatically have the value of? Anything to the power of 0 is equals to 1, and that's why I chose it, because it just makes my life easier. So let's write it out, b to the power of 0. So that means it's going to be 3 is equals to a times by 1, which means that a is equals to 3. Okay, we found q, and we found a. Lastly, we need to find b. So let's substitute the last coordinate we've been given. We're going to substitute 1 and 6. Remember, the x value is always first and then the y value. And let's just write the formula over here as we know it. Y is equals to 3 times by b to the power of x. So the only thing left to find out is the value of b. Now we're substituting 1 and 6. Y is equals to 6. Then we've got 3 times by b to the power of 1. Let's take the 3 to the other side. And remember, we don't change what it is, we change what it's doing. It's multiplying the b, so when it goes to the other side, it changes what it does to divide. Yes, technically we are dividing both sides of the equation by 3, and then that 3 would become 1 and all sorts of things like that. But we become a bit lazy after a while, and we just talk about taking things over to the other side. 6 divided by 3 is equals to 2. So that means our full equation is y is equals to 3 times by 2 to the power of x plus 0. In this particular question, you don't have to write out the formula once you've found it, because they just asked you to determine what a, b, and q are. And that means your teacher's going to look for that, they're going to look for that, and they're going to look for that. If they had asked us to determine the equation of the graph in the form y is equals to a times b to the power of x plus q, then we would have to write that answer out. You see? Not so bad after all.